Welcome back to my Keep Up channel. Harry biker Dave Myers' widow and his old pal see King lead thousands of bikers to Journey's End after they rode across the country in honor of TV star after his cancer death aged 66. The widow of Harry biker Dave Myers and his old pal see King led thousands of bikers to Barrow-in-Furness, Cumbria, after they rode across the country from London in honor of the TV star who died from cancer aged 66. Thousands of people lined the streets and cheered as C. King led the 36-mile-long procession of grieving bikers into the town centre less than 8 hours after they set off from the Ace Cafe in London. Dave's widow Lily earlier today praised the efforts of fellow motorcyclists who have so far smashed fundraising targets for cancer and children's charities, who will benefit from today's event. Jason Woody Woodcock, the organizer of the Dave Day ride from London to Barrow, said there could have been up to 30,000 riders involved in the last leg. He said, "Everybody said it couldn't be done. We would never be able to move all those people and keep to time. Yet we did it, and not a minute late. I am emotionally drained, but really happy. I promised to put a few bikes together for Dave, and thanks to the bike community and the people of Barrow, we have done it. It is amazing what can be done when people come together. The politicians should take note." C. King said, "It has been an overwhelming reception. It would have made Dave very proud." Lily, who rode pillion on Woody's bike for the leg from Knutsford, said, "Dave was always a Barrovian through and through. He wanted to put Barrow on the map, and from beyond the grave, he has done it." Dave's cousin, Marie, said the idea of the ride had come out of the funeral at Stafford. She said, "That was a real celebration, and when Lily talked to the bikers in the funeral escort, they discussed the idea. And when they put it on social media, the idea just took off." Her friend Nicola Kell said, "It'd been amazing. The number of people who have turned out shows how much Dave meant to the town and how much Barrow meant to Dave." Marie and Nicola said they were determined to make Dave Day an annual event, built around a food festival. Thousands of bikers gathered at the Ace Cafe on London's North Circular Road at 7 a.m. this morning to ride to Barrow-in-Furness in Cumbria as part of Dave Day, to celebrate the life of the celebrity chef and motorcycle enthusiast. The Ace Cafe on London's North Circular Road is the legendary destination for motorcyclists and other petrol heads who celebrate all things automotive. Dave died in February aged 66 of cancer, and organizers have since set up a GoFundMe campaign to raise money for NSPCC Childline and the Institute for Cancer Research in honor of him. As of 1:30 p.m., they had doubled the intended target of £15,000 with pledges of more than £32,000. Speaking to the BBC, Lily said the preparations for Dave Day have helped her recover from the loss of her husband. She said, "It's endearing, it just helps me go through my process of grief, because it just makes me feel that I'm not on my own with all this. But at the same time, it is quite difficult, because it reminds me every moment of what has happened. He taught me so many things, to just live every moment to the fullest, don't let anything bring you down. We just had so many adventures together, and that was fueled by his creativity, fueled by his energy. He carried me a long way, and he just gave that energy to me, and it just shows now after he has passed." The couple met in 2005 when Dave was staying at a hotel she was managing in Romania as the Harry bikers were filming their first series. She praised fans of the duo who have traveled to the UK to take part in Dave Day. She added, "It's amazing, I am astounded, we have people coming from all over the country, we have people coming from Texas, from Malaysia, from all over Europe. The local companies, the local businesses have organized charity donations, so we don't know how much is going to be raised, but I hope as much as possible." Bridges over the M6 and A590 to Barrow were full of onlookers waiting for the cavalcade of bikes to pass. In Barrow itself, hundreds of people gathered to welcome the bikers outside the Gothic town hall and to enjoy live music and children's entertainers in the sunshine. There was a real carnival atmosphere. And former friends and contacts of Dave Myers were doing their bit to honor him and raise money for charity. Wendy Gunning, who runs a wool shop in the town's indoor market, beloved by Dave, was frantically crocheting pies. "David was a customer for years and I knew his family. He always supported local businesses. His favorite food was greens pies, so I decided to crochet pies while my husband Stephen, a biker, joined the ride at Burton in Kendal. I haven't been able to keep up with demand. It's been mad, as I sold more than 100 at £5 a piece already. I will also be sending them out. All the profit goes to his charities. He was such a nice guy, and I wanted to get involved. Dave Day. It has been fantastic how many people have come together to commemorate Dave Myers. A book of remembrance was organized by Afinya Tarnprasert, known to Dave and all her customers as Tuck, purveyor of the Thai food Dave loved. Tuck befriended him as a customer before she knew he was a famous TV chef. She ended up cooking the food for his wedding with Liliana. Dave Day is really good for the town. He always wanted to mention he came from Barrow. Even now he has passed away, he will be thinking he is continuing to advertise Barrow. I am so happy his dream to promote Barrow carries on, she adds. The bikers stopped at the Welcome Break service station on the M40 at 9 a.m. From there, they went to the National Motorcycle Museum at 10:45 in Birmingham. After that, the motorcyclists stopped at the Moto services in Knutsford at 12:30 p.m. The penultimate stop will be at the Moto services in Burton and Kendal, before arriving in Barrow-in-Furness at 4 p.m. On the route, the bikers will pick up Dave's widow Lily, who he met during the first series of the Harry Bikers in Transylvania. Dave Day has been organized in his hometown of Barrow-in-Furness on Saturday to celebrate his life. His tribute day will include a motorcycle procession from London to Barrow-in-Furness, a music concert and a service of remembrance. The day will raise funds for cancer charities and children's charity the NSPCC. King, speaking to BBC Breakfast from northwest London on Saturday morning, said the event would be a celebration of my best friend that we've lost and it will be very emotional. Speaking of the crowd of bikers gathered in Hawaiian shirts around him, King said it was pretty amazing, adding, everybody's got that lovely Dave sartorial elegance about them, i.e. dodgy shirt. Some of them have had them specially printed, it's remarkable. I mean, you wouldn't buy a second-hand car from them, would you? King added, it's a celebration of my best friend that we've lost. And, yeah, it is, it's very emotional. You never know how these things are going to impact you, you know, it is a celebration of Dave's life. That's why we're here, because he was so irritatingly positive all of the time. And we love him, and that's why we're here. King added he wants people to say they are having a Dave Day instead of a great day. He said an estimated 20,000 people will take part in Dave Day. King said cancer is a ruthless disease, adding, it doesn't care who it takes. And that's part of the reason that we're here. We're all like-minded folk, you know, and it's diverse and it's as varied as every motorcycle that you see. All the characters and personalities here are just great. That's the whole thing about a journey, because motorcycling isn't about A to B, it's about the bit in the middle, and that's the bit of life that we all celebrate. That's what it's about. One of the bikers taking part in the day is Stan, who told BBC Breakfast he was diagnosed a year ago with cancer and said the day would be phenomenal. Myers' widow Lily Myers told BBC Breakfast, we have people coming from all over the country. We have people coming from Texas, from Malaysia, from all over Europe. Oh, it's endearing. It just helps me go through my process of grief. Because it just makes me feel that I'm not on my own with all this. He always cooked, that was his territory. I wasn't allowed in the kitchen, just to clean the kitchen, and, I tell you, he would cook for an hour, I will clean for 2. He knew how to create a moment. That was his forte. Jason Woodcock, Dave Day organizer, told BBC Breakfast, I went to see him the day before he passed. Lily asked me for a couple of bikes together for his funeral, which I did. Some of the guys that are here today were there as well. They got to the funeral, had a few beers as you would do. And then the idea came up during the conversation of let's do a memorial ride. He added the people in Barrow have been amazing, offering spare rooms and gardens for people to camp in as there is no accommodation left. The main group, which included Dave's partner and friend C. King, and his widow Liliana, had set off from London at 8 a.m. for the 300-mile journey. About 10,000 bikers set off from Ace Cafe in London, past streets lined with well-wishers. Many of the riders were wearing Hawaiian shirts in tribute to Dave's favored form of dress. Stop-offs along the route included the National Motorcycle Museum in Birmingham. They met up with fellow bikers from Wales, Scotland and the northeast at Burton services on the M6 northbound between Lancaster and Kendal, before being escorted by the police in batches of 1,000 a time, along the A590 to Barrow-in-Furness. Bikers also came from Malaysia, Texas, France, and Portugal. Source: dailymail.co.uk. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.